On today's episode, the art of saying fuck it. More of that right here on the Upside of Down. Welcome to the Upside of Down. I am Jeff Testanero. I want to start today's episode by welcoming our new followers and subscribers, Steve and Shantu Dabla. Welcome to the fray. It's always nice. See, I'm going to give you a shout out. I'm going to give you a shout out when you like and subscribe. Likes and subscribes. So subscribe. Follow us on our social medias. I will give you a shout out. A little later, we're going to read some comments that were left on our social media. Whether you agree with them or not is really kind of irrelevant. But we're going to get into those. But today's episode, sometimes life just kind of gets you down. Sometimes life just kind of comes at you and you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders and you just don't really know what to do. You just don't really know what to do. You don't know what to say. You've got everything just barreling in on you. So sometimes you just have to say, fuck it. And that's what today's episode's about. The art of saying, fuck it. And just moving on with yourself, rolling on with yourself, doing your thing, you being you. We take on a lot as people. We take on a lot. And it's really hard to find somebody to listen to you. Male mental health is a huge issue in today's society, and nobody really seems to give a crap. Nobody really seems to want to hear it. We have to listen to everybody and everybody else and just kind of take it in stride. But sometimes, when we've just had enough, we just kind of have to just let go. First step is to really stop absorbing other people's pain. Stop absorbing the world around you. Stop being an empath. Everybody's an empath nowadays. Everybody just takes on the weight of everybody else. And that's not healthy. That's not kosher. Taking on the weight of, you've already got the weight of your family. You've already got the weight of finances. You've already got the weight of just everything around you. You don't need more. And social media doesn't help that. Social media throws everybody's problems in our face. Social media throws doubts in our head. Social media kind of, it's not for connecting anymore. It's really not. It's just kind of there to throw the weight of the world at you some more. And you sometimes you just can't help but absorb the pain. Just stop absorbing the pain of others. And sometimes you just kind of have to listen to yourself. Listen to what's important to you. Listen to what you think you need for you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying completely block out your loved ones because that's not the answer. But sometimes you got to do what's best for you. Sometimes you got to just listen to your own heart and your own issues and your own mind and stop absorbing everybody else. Just let go. Letting go of what's around you, other people's pain around you, letting go of the weight of the world. And it's hard. It's really hard because it's always right there in your face. You just need to take a breath. Watch a baseball game. I'm a big baseball fan. Kyle Schwarber, baby, and All-Star MVP. Watch something that you like. Go fishing. Go hunting. Fix a car if you're not into sports. If you're into sports, watch a sporting event. Go to a sporting event. Take your family to a sporting event. We go to baseball games in my area all the time. And it's a good release, and you really need that. And you just spend time with the kids if you have kids, or spend time with your dog if you just have a dog or a cat. It's okay to like cats. I'm a big cat guy. Spend time with, your loved ones. Spend time with, if you have, a wife or you have a husband, spend time with them. Spend time with your significant other. And just put things down. Put the phone down. Put social media down. Just put it down for a minute. I mean, don't put us down. Watch us a lot. But put things down. Disconnect. There's a whole world out there just waiting for you. Waiting. Go on a hike. If you and your significant other go on a hike, and if you have a dog, take your dog. If you have kids, take the kids. If you just do things with your significant others. Do things with your family. Go visit. If you have parents still that are living or in your area, go see them. Go to a movie. I used to go to movies all the time before I was dating my wife. I used to go to movies by myself. There's nothing wrong with that. You can't talk during a movie anyway. So it's not like you're going to dinner by yourself. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, go see a movie. Go do something you enjoy. Just, stop absorbing. Just stop absorbing for a minute and look inward and take care of yourself. Stop being and looking how others want you to be and look. As males, we have, and people will disagree with me on this, but I mean, I don't look like Channing Tatum. A lot of us don't. A lot of us don't look like that. If you like to work out, cool. If you're, chiseled and cut out of stone, good for you, man. But a lot of us don't look like that, and we don't have to look like that. We don't have to be like that. We don't have to be and act how society wants us to be and act. Just be yourselves and be genuine. Be happy in your current physical state, because that's who you are. If you want to eat pizza all day, then just eat fucking pizza all day. Who cares? Fat and happy is okay. Dad bods are okay. They're just fine. You don't have to look ripped and cut out of stone unless you want to. If your getaway is to go to the gym and lift weights, then go to the gym and lift weights. But don't think that you have to look a certain way. Do it for you. Look and dress a certain way for you. Because ultimately, you're the one that needs to be happy with it. I mean, we don't have to, be 7 foot tall with Lamborghinis. Everybody has their own thing, and you do you. You do you. It's the best way to just be happy. Being happy is key. Being happy is very, very, very important, especially in today's society where nobody's happy. Or absolutely nobody's happy. Stop holding on. Let go of things. If you had to face some infidelity, if you had to face, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm drawing a blank here. Adultery, if you had to face some hurt feelings, it's like I said in episode 1, sit down, absorb the pain, but you got to stand up at some point. You do got to stand up at some point. And this is the part where you stand up. Episode 1 was absorbing. Episode 3 is just standing up and letting go. Stop holding on, especially to old grudges, to old feelings. Once you get past the process of grieving, the steps of grief, let go and move on. Let go and move on and be the best self that you really, truly believe that you can be. Holding on to old grudges, especially for years. I did it for a long time. I held on to an old grudge for years. I held on to something that terrible that happened in my life for years. And it just weighed me down. It made me unhappy. It almost made me unbearable to the people around me. You have to just let go. You have to stop holding on to things. Take a deep breath. drink a beer, have a cup of coffee. Edibles are very popular in today's culture. Have one of those. Sit outside. Take a deep breath. Look up. I always say that. Look up. I like to look up. Sometimes it just feels good to look up and realize that you are staring into infinite nothingness. You are staring into the universe, and the universe is staring directly back at you. When you look up into the sky, you're staring into, the dark void of the universe and beyond. Who knows what you're looking at? I wouldn't recommend staring directly into the sun because that kind of hurts your eyes. But look up. Realize how small everything is. Realize how, important you are to a very small group of people. Guys, whether you have a husband, whether you have a wife, whether you have a significant other, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, if you and your husband have a dog, if you and your wife have kids, if you and your husband have kids, look at your family and realize that this is what's important. You are what's important. You are very important, and your mental health is super important to everybody to survive, to get by. You are needed. You are valid. You are okay. You are okay being you. You're okay with what you believe. You're okay with, how you want to be, how you want to look, how you want to act. You're okay. You're enough. And the art of saying fuck it is realizing to yourself and to everybody else that you truly believe that you are enough. Especially to yourself. Be enough for yourself. The art of saying fuck it is being enough for yourself. And that's what's important. If you see a therapist and talk to them about it, they'll tell you the same thing. You are enough, and you being enough is what's important. It's important, and you need to realize that for yourself. So just say fuck it. And stare. Stare up. Go do things. Go do things you enjoy. Go do things that, if you have kids who like sports, take them to a sporting event. That's what's important. That's what's going to be remembered. And if you're sitting there and wallowing in, pain or self-pity or old feelings, then you're never going to actually enjoy what's important. You are enough. So say fuck it. Be enough. Yeah. All right, we're going to read some comments we got on social media. We got a few minutes left here, so we're going to read a few comments. Let's see. I got one from Jerry here, who apparently doesn't watch the videos all the way, who just saw me and saw my color and saw me as a straight white male. Let's see. Yeah, cis white males have it so rough these days. Didn't say anything about my sexual orientation, so I'm assuming he's also going with cis homosexuals. Jerry, it's okay. You need to watch the video, pal. You need to watch the videos all the way through to understand exactly what we're talking about before you make some stupid comment. And that's a stupid comment. Tarla Cummings. Yep, absolutely true. Stand up. Yes, you watched the videos all the way. You watched episode 1. You saw the clips on the social medias. Keep watching. Subscribe. Like. Thank you. Spread the word. Thank you for actually doing the homework and watching the videos for what they are and all the way through. I think you're pretty much one of few, who didn't judge. Jerry. Shorty McGee. You don't need to be male to provide that. Just like you don't need to be female to provide the other side, as you phrased it. Providing the right environment for child development can come from anywhere. Disagree. Yeah, grandparents are important. I've said that. I said grandparents are important. I said the aunts and uncles are important. But it's hard to raise children alone. It's hard to raise, a a boy if there's no positive male figure. And I'm not talking about just father. I'm talking about grandfather, uncle. Eventually you have to learn from your own gender. No matter what you were born as, you need to learn, basic life skills, basic life functions, basic how-to-bes. I have 2 daughters. Once they reached a certain age, I did not pretend like I knew what the fuck they were going through, because I really didn't. They have a mother, they have a stepmother. They have grandmothers. That helped that. Just like I don't expect my wife to understand what my boys are going to start to go through in a few years. I really don't. That's why I'm here. Well, one of the reasons I'm here. You need to. You need a positive role model inside that gender. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to raise girls, because I don't know what teenage girls go through. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to teach them how they should be treated. I'm going to teach them how, they should be treated by society and significant others. If they choose to date males, if they date females, then that's more for my wife to worry about. But, I can teach them self-worth, but there's a lot of things that need to be taught that really can't be explained. So with that, like, subscribe. We are everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram. We have an Instagram now. Like, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to listen to the audio. If you're watching me, if you want to listen to the audio, we are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and iHeart. If you're listening to the audio only and you want to see me, the full episodes are up on YouTube, with some clips and shorts everywhere else. So with that, I'll see you Friday. The Upside Down.